Lakeville will commence, time is 1:06 p.m. Members present: Joe Morton, Fred Beal, Kenneth Upham. Minutes of the last meeting?
The meeting was called to order at 10:06 by Chairman Upham in the local history room of the Lakeville Public Library on October 9th, 2018. Members present: Commissioners Upham, Beal, and Morton. Guest: Sue Lynch. The order of business was held to instruct Sue Lynch on the use of the SIM system to add cemetery info into the computer. Old business: status of proposals. Fred spoke to John Malidi. No work has been done on any of the cemeteries. Ray Ward Cemetery, Mr. Malidi is waiting for the man who does post and rail work. Ray Precinct Cemetery, he wants to be there personally to supervise the whole job. Fred will go to Southeast Fence and tell them that we need to get the work done before it gets too cold. They had given Fred a schedule for when the work would be done. We do not want to carry this over. We will contact John Pink again to mark the line between Precinct and Thompson Hill cemeteries. Sue Lynch is transferring the cemetery files into the computer. We need to contact Ramaker to pay for the addition of new cemeteries to the system. We suggested that she would look at Jean Doulette's book for the actual burial plot sites for each cemetery. Fred will give Sue the phone number for the Ramaker helpline so that she can call them directly to get answers to whatever questions she might have. Ken had a letter from Pastor Don Wygand of the Cornerstone Church dated September 23rd, 2018, asking for an extension until November 1st for a decision as to whether the church will keep the cemetery. Ken will draft a letter stating that we will grant the extension. New business. An email was received from Julie Anderson asking to have a receipt for her lots in Precinct Cemetery. Ken called to tell her that the deed is recorded and lots are paid in full. Minutes of the September 12th, 2018 meeting were read and approved. The meeting was adjourned at 11:15 a.m. The next meeting will be on November 13th, 2018 at 10 a.m.
Just one correction to that.
Okay.
Today is, we didn't have that meeting on November 13th.
We had no meeting on November.
We had no meeting on
Right.
November 13th. And the new meeting was scheduled for today,
Okay.
which is December. And that's the only correction I see. Other than that, Fred?
You might want to add Bar Hamburg.
Add what?
Bar Hamburg.
How do you
Yeah,
spell,
really.
How do you spell that? B-A-H?
Yeah, really.
Yeah, I believe so. I believe so.
All right. We won't add that, but however.
I got
you
two
gonna-
things.
Excuse me one second, Fred. Are you going to second that?
Oh, I second
Okay.
that.
And-
I'm sorry.
Minutes of the meeting approved and will be posted accordingly. Fred, financial report?
Bottom line is we have $15,616.83.
82 cents?
83 cents.
83 cents.
I'll leave you with the report, just so you know.
Okay.
If you're wondering why we have more than we started with, it's because we're working on a revised budget. Town had some money, they allocated funds.
But isn't it still money left over that we allocated for our contracts that we haven't paid out yet?
Yes, but they didn't have to do that,
Oh.
but they did because the town wasn't in negative territory. That doesn't happen every year.
Right.
So this year it did, so that's why we
So we
have-
benefited.
So we benefited. So, anyways, I'll leave you with the
Okay, thank you.
report. That's where we are. The bottom line is on the second page. I underlined it. Just
Okay, 15, okay.
okay.
Yep.
Just to make it easy.
Okay.
Okay, on
Thanks.
the old business that we discussed, talked to John Malidi again this morning. He assured me last week that Precinct would have the fence in.
That didn't happen.
It didn't happen. So when I spoke to him this morning, I spoke to him regarding our concerns that, you know, we're told that it was gonna be done and then it isn't done. So consequently, I wanted a firm answer from him. He assured me this week they'd have the post in and the rails will come in after. That's fine. So we'll see what happens, but this week is when it's supposed to all get together.
Okay.
John Pink on Old Business was doing the survey of Strobridge.
Yep.
And he called me this morning, informed me that it was done, with one exception. He wanted to know what size plots we wanted to have identified. I said 5 by 10, as all the other cemeteries, with the exception of the Veteran Cemetery, which is 4 by 10. But we did that because we wanted to get a few more graves into that space. So he's going to add that to his survey, and we should have that sometime, hopefully next week or after the holidays. No big rush, but then we could go on Strobridge and start extending that out. Was there anything else on old
If you
business?
don't mind, yeah, since I'm time constrained, if you don't mind,
Yeah.
on old business. Ward Cemetery, they is complete,
Right.
except I'm not all that happy with the gate, but
What's the matter with it? I didn't have a chance to see it. You have a photo of it? Any?
oh, I didn't take one. I should have. I'll take one for the
Okay.
next meeting,
Okay.
and we can discuss it. It's what it is well, I'll draw it first and then.
All the planks are up, he told me, all the
They're
front's
all,
done.
they're all the planks are up. It's, I love what they did with
The post and rail.
the post and rail, okay?
But the gate, something.
And I think once we do the remaining, I think it's gonna look,
Be beautiful.
yeah, and it's unique from all the rest of the cemeteries, you know? But the gate, okay, it is simply the same way they did all you would do is they have two 2x6s in, oh, what would you call them? In U-bolts, just rusting there, okay? So if you wanted to get in there, you would have to lift these up, put them aside, lift them up, put them aside.
Oh, I see. So they're not attached to anything. You
They're
just
not
pick them up or slide them.
So there's no
Yeah.
rotating gate on hinges?
They're not. They're just rusting on U-bolts.
Can't have that.
Yeah, you lift them up.
And move them to the
And
side.
move them to the side. That's
So
what you have to do.
visitors cannot do that.
No, no.
Right. So I don't, that is,
Okay, you want to take care of that? And tell them that.
I gotta, yeah.
Tell
What
them
they
we're not
need,
happy with it?
what they need to do on one side or the other, and obviously would be to the left.
Can he, Fred, can he put a post in there and then with hinges or something like we do a normal anchor fence?
Right, well, all he's gotta do is put a bolt on one side
Yeah,
that you could just, lift up. I'm not saying it'd be the easiest, or they could, I mean, they gotta put some
we
sort of.
want a one-piece open and gate. Slide open and open, it's just like you would a door, right?
Right, they could just slide
That's it.
open and slide open.
Why don't you handle that?
That would be the best way, it's just the,
Okay, why don't you handle it with him? You want to put that down, that Fred's going to handle the discrepancy with the gate at Ward Hill, or Ward Cemetery, and make it so it's opening and easy access to anybody entering it. and not something stationary that you have to remove pieces to get into
The
it.
best way would be just to slide over the existing rail on the other side of it.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
You
Just
got it.
slide
So you would do
over
it, so it would be like this, and you would slide, you would take it here and you would slide it this
Push it
way.
over, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
or however he does it, so why don't you tell him that you're...
Any way that it would be easy for a visitor to.
Yes,
Right.
so you would put,
gain
actually you would put in
access.
things like this, and then
Why would he do that?
And
I
then
don't-
slide them this way and slide it through.
Why would
I
he-
don't think John ever saw it. My guess,
Yeah,
because I don't think John would have,
no, because that's
Done it like-
unusual. He'd never have done anything like that.
No,
no.
That's like asking someone not to enter the cemetery.
it's making it impossible. I mean, it's making it dangerous for anyone going into
Oh,
the
God. And then we
cemetery.
are violating the Massachusetts law, say, access to the cemetery will be,
Yeah.
Would be, yeah.
yeah.
It's got to be something that would be,
I mean, if you can just slide them,
I like the opening one,
Yeah.
on hinges, but hey, however.
well, no, I mean, it's got to be it's got to be easy access.
Well, water's your cemetery, that's your baby, so.
Yeah, it happens to be my baby,
Yeah.
but I mean, the whole point is, John should know there's gonna be.
Yeah, John
Right.
should know it.
So anyways, I'll talk to him about it. And the other one is Macaulay.
ugh,
Yeah,
I haven't been over there personally, but I talked to Beaver Tree, and they said they finished it.
right. John said he has one post to put back in.
yeah, the one in the
And
front.
then the rails in the back. He told me
Right.
that last week. And he's going to bill the tree company for the
Beaver.
damage that they did.
Yeah.
Which they said they were gonna pay for it anyway.
Right.
So
Mm.
that's good.
Right. so I mean,
Everybody's working fine on that.
So that basically is
Done. So that's all our projects except for Precinct
as a
Cemetery,
Right.
precinct, right?
and we should have that done. So we have to look at additional projects, which we will after the first of the year.
Right.
Well,
And now that we're in the winter season, that's when our projects
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
start off. Anyways, this is time when I have to boogie.
Okay. The only two things I have is letters requesting a monument to be placed in a cemetery. That's the Allen lot up there. Joe and I will talk about that. I don't see any problem with it.
If there's anything, you can send me an
Yeah.
email and
Yeah, I will,
I'll make any
and
comments.
here's, the Allen lot, you know where our water tank is, up in the
Yeah.
corner? Remember all these?
Oh, yeah.
So the daughter wants to put here, she wants to put a
Put
monument
a
here.
monument.
This is her dad, and this is her uncle. I see no
She
problem
put it
with
in line with that one, so.
I don't see any problem putting a new monument.
Okay, Joanne will go into, Joe and I will go into that further. And the other one is the Whitney issue at the top of the hill over here.
A pond.
The pond that, I couldn't find any paperwork on it, but I did find the paperwork, so that's all resolved.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
Oh, good.
that's all resolved. What are you looking for, Fred?
I'm looking for
Yep.
my bag.
Where did you leave it?
On the back of your chair.
Oh,
I found it.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
I've been sick the last couple of weeks and
There you
Everything.
go.
I'm still not. I'm still not there.
Okay, and the other thing I'm doing is that when someone sends us a request to put a monument on or a cremation burial, I'm taking photographs of what we're doing. So this was Rigo. Remember, Rigo gave
Yeah.
us a check. And you see, this was from George Rigo. And I met his wife up at the cemetery yesterday. So what we did is we buried his aunt in there. And I took that's gonna go in the file, so when we go, you can put that in a file. And this is gonna go with it, so that's gonna go into the file, the Rigo.
It's going to the Rego file.
Yeah,
Okay.
Precinct Cemetery. And this is the paperwork that goes with it. Goes with that.
That's that their folder?
That's no, that's not the folder, that's the interment order that goes with that.
Okay,
So you have to go into town offices and put that into the file.
okay.
So on the Whitney issue, what happened on that one was that we gave you a call.
Intervene for
Yep.
1 second. If worse comes to worse and John can't come up with a solution, can we simply remove what they have for
Yeah.
a gate? And
Yeah, I
just
would.
have an opening?
I would. Yeah, I would, yes.
That may be the only real solution.
I would.
But then again, you have to think, Fred, we paid for a gate.
Yep, no, I'm not,
Yeah, if he wants to remove that gate that he has there and give us credit
give
for
us credit.
Give us
for
Yeah.
later,
credit.
for the ward cemetery,
Right.
credit more to the ward afterwards.
All right.
I have no objection.
Well, that's what I would say. I'm just saying when I talk to him.
Yeah,
Uh,
but don't offer that right away, see what he does.
No, I'm gonna offer, hey,
Fix it,
if you can't come up with a solution,
yeah,
I'll go out with you and we can,
right,
you know,
yeah.
come up with some ideas.
Right.
Then
Do
if we
that first.
fail,
There you go. Then you can,
that'll be my last.
there you go, use that as a last resort, say, okay, give us
Exactly.
credit.
I'm not gonna mention.
Don't say that first, because that's the easiest way.
No, I'm not gonna give them the out.
Okay,
I'm just asking you,
yeah, that's fine. Whatever you want to do, buddy, it's your baby.
All right.
Okay, take care. I'll send you this, we'll send you this email. Okay, so the Whitney, going back to the Whitney issue, do you recall that we couldn't find the folders?
Yes,
Well, they were there, but they were misplaced. Because when we were doing the new draws and so on and so forth, we did all the folders, and so it's one of those things that easy to misplace. And I found them. I called Miss Whitney, we got that resolved, and that was completed. Okay, the Allen issue, that's what we're talking about now. You read the letter.
I did.
So she's asking us to place a monument between her dad and her uncle. Her dad purchased this monument, and that monument. He purchased the three. There were two brothers, Wayne and what's his brother's name? Let me see. Wayne is the second one. This one is the grandfather. This
Okay.
is Westgate here.
Okay,
And Westgate is buried, his name is Percival Westgate, is buried with his wife. That was the only one that was in that cemetery at all. So, what is his name? Let me see if I have it.
Henry
here.
Percival Westgate,
No, it is,
her grandfather. Wendell.
okay, so we have two brothers. Well, actually, there's three brothers in the family. We have Wendell and we have Wayne.
Okay,
Then we have a nephew by the
Okay.
name of Richard.
okay,
Richard and Wendell were very close together.
okay,
And what happened was that I met Wendell and I met Richard. Richard identified this lot, and I have all this is documented, as a 18 grave plot. So there should have been 18 plots there. That was wrong. There wasn't 18, there wasn't room for 18, it was only 12. So I met with Richard, he made a big stink on this, And we finally agreed, the cemetery commission at the time, myself agreed, 12 lots, take it or leave it, and that is what it ended up with. Now, Colleen, back to July 13, 2011, who was asking to put the monument in now, sent a letter. I am writing a reference to our meeting with you held on July 13. That included myself, Richard Allen, and my father, Wayne Allen. And she's again affirming that all these lots were originally the grandfather's. And she affirmed that her father was the last living relative. So she became the owner of
Okay.
the lot. However, Richard says he is the owner.
Richard said he's the owner?
Richard said he's the owner. This was affirmed by Wendell.
That Richard was the owner?
Yes. However, what happened was that Wendell passed away. So the rightful owner of this would be who? Wayne,
Wayne,
because he's next in line.
right.
Wendell cannot give to Richard the property that is going to be inherited by his brother.
Right.
So that would be an illegal transaction. So we have documentation from Wendell saying he's given it to Richard. And we have documentation from Wendell's wife to say that she is giving it to Richard. Wendell and his wife have passed away. Wayne, upon passing away, 8 years later, now has really legally been a transfer to the daughter.
Right.
So this is why I say I have no objection to letting her put a monument there. Richard sent a letter to us quite a while back. And this has been a long case for me. This has been
I
going on.
guess.
And every time the name comes up, and this is how I determine it to be that way. Westgate is here. John G. Allen was his son. And then his son was Wendell, Wayne, and Edwin.
Okay.
Edwin died in 95.
Okay.
Edwin died in 95. Wendell died in, 2001. And Wayne died in 2016.
Okay.
So he's the most recent
He's the
death.
most recent.
So that would pass to Colleen.
Right.
So that's how I
Right.
determine that one. And now each one, and plus I have all the records of every one we got, but you'll see in all the files of the Allen files, if you go there, you'll find that I drew a map of the succession of everybody because the Wendell family is quite extensive. Should have all this for a part. I put this in separate ones here. And this is how that ended up. These are everybody, all the burials. And this, of course, is Wayne, and this is Wendell, these two. And Richard took these two for himself. Already took two. However, his letter that was sent to us, sent to me, Nora, Richard, Nora. Wayne R. Allen, August 18, 2009. This is Wayne. And he's saying that everything I just told you, his grandfather was Henry Westgate. His father was J.C. Allen, which I showed you here. And so he said, I'm 83 years old, like that. I attended a funeral of my father. The funeral was held at Prison Street, all kind of, what do you call it, and stuff. So nothing really important there. But August 8th, 2009, memorandum for record. The issue regarding the right of ownership for the Westgate Allen descendants for lots located at Thompson Hill Cemetery is in question. As of August 4, 2009, after numerous telephone calls with Mr. Richard L. Allen and not being able to resolve this issue for a number of years, we met at Thompson Hill Cemetery. I promised to look into this matter. After a careful and thorough review of the files at town offices, I called Miss Allen on 2 occasions, leaving messages which were not returned. Mr. Allen, son of Wendell G. Allen, grandson of Henry P. Westgate, has submitted a plan drawn by here Richard Allen for future burials in a lot owned by a great-grandfather, Henry P. Westgate. This lot is a 12 grave space, not 18, as drawn by Mr. Allen. The other lot, an 8 grave space, reveals burials of children. There's 3 lots total, but it's not this one we're talking about. At this time, not having all the facts and evidence to prove exact burials and right of ownership presents a legal liability to the town of Lakeville. This issue is far-reaching, and it must take into consideration delivering remaining descendants and their right of ownership, as evidence on the folders of the town of Lakeville. As a cemetery commissioner of the town of Lakeville, I would not approve any interments or changes to original plans on file until verification of descendants' line is verified and proof of previous interments have been established. That was 2009. So I did approve Wayne's burial because he established the lineage. And there was no objection by Richard to do so. But I want to point out that Richard goes back into history saying that these lots were his great-grandfather's Westgate, and consequently there's been a issue for many years that when someone passes away, the right of lineage falls upon available space and who was buried in there. We went back as far as 2003 on this issue. Okay, so the bottom line of this whole thing is that it's my feeling that this lady can have her monument put there because Richard Allen sent me a letter September 16, 2009. And I would like to address the memorandum submitted by Mr. Upham. And it basically states everything I just said. The burials in these lots have always been on a first-come, first-served basis. The way it has always been done. If a family member passed and a surviving relative deceased want to be buried there, they would contact my father, who was Wendell. He in turn would make the arrangements with the commission for the burial that was done. Now, his role has been assigned to me.
Okay.
Which is not true by law. So that was his. So if we take in fact that Colleen, who's asked us to put the monument in place, is in fact the rightful owner, then what Richard has said is not true based upon his letter here that states that when the need arises, each will receive a space. But he already took one for himself, contrary to his letter, saying that it comes as a first-served basis.
So this is a stone for him,
That's his stone, Richard.
but he's still with us.
He's still with us.
Okay.
And also his wife. It's supposed to be for him and his wife.
Okay.
So he's violating the old way of how it used to be done. Because he's already taken 2 spaces.
Now, we heard from him at all recently since then?
No.
No.
So Colleen he being the son of
Wendell.
and she being the son of Wayne,
Of
who is the last living relative,
Right,
has the authority.
right, I think so.
So that being the case, we have a letter going to be sent to her. And I think I gave you that one?
I think it's here. It's here.
Okay. So what I need you to do is, what we're going to do is we're going to, after reading that letter from her, we're going to send her a letter saying that reference is made to your letter dated December 7th, 2018, requesting permission to place a monument on the above identified lot. Photograph enclosed.
Right.
At a meeting of the Cemetery Commission on December 11th, 2018, permission to place a 3-foot monument in accordance with your letter is granted. The letter mentions that she wants it between 2 places, and we have no problem with that. Foundation are required, and the cost will be $100. And sincerely yours, and you as a commissioner can sign that one. But I need you, when we go, if we can get a copy of this to put in a file, do that here after you sign it. So what we're sending her is a copy of the lot, the placement of where the monument is going to be going, a copy of her letter, and a copy of the rules and regulations governing town-owned cemeteries. And I have an envelope address, and we'll drop it off at the town offices. And I don't feel there's any need for me to notify Richard, because he has really no place in this issue at this time. But if he does, contact us and we can address it at that time. Didn't that come out pretty?
It's beautiful. It's
Yeah.
beautiful.
And then this one, I didn't think she needed the,
Right.
okay. That's basically all I have. Do you have
Okay, I
anything?
have nothing else.
Okay, that being the final issue on hand today, next meeting will be,
I don't have a calendar.
You know, I do. We're gonna try and get back to that Tuesday, okay?
I think so.
At 10.
At 10.
Oh boy, that's gonna be the 8th. Because the 1st of January is first Tuesday, imagine that? Oh, wait a minute, no, it won't be. It's going to be, yeah, it will be. It'll be the 8th of January. At 10 o'clock here at the library.
Okay. What's your official time?
10. Is that
No,
normally?
no,
what-
right now for adjourning. At
Yeah,
10
but what
o'clock.
time do we normally have there?
10.
10. The meeting is closed, 1:40 PM.